in my very personal opinion, that maybe it's more to, it's like when it's a direct disobedience in a way as well. When Allah told Adam not to do a particular thing, and he did that, it shows that that biting itself is the realization of being human. Even if Allah has told you not to do something, but you're human, and this is the realization when you do something, you kind of realize that, you know, you keep on doing stuff which you're even told not to do, or like which is harmful to you or whatever. It's not about that Adam made a mistake, but we human, as human species, or the animal itself, is
The original sin, that's what they call it.
yeah, it's like it's a built-in thing. And this is the realization of self as well, what we are. We would make mistakes, and this is one thing that will happen over and over and over again in our life. I think it's a very beautiful thing that our story begins with this, because sometimes we go very hard on our own selves when we do mistakes, or we do things that even we don't want to do, and we end up doing them. So this is very human, I think. And if the story of human begins with this, it's, I think, very beautiful to acknowledge that this is very human, you know.
Yeah, funny about original sin. Obviously, you know that wasn't from the Bible. That's from Saint Augustine, who came up with the idea of original sin. The idea that, you know, because this happened, again, it's because they took it literally, that this literal person did this, so the guilt was passed through all of Adam's descendants, and everyone was born in sin. Whereas, again, I think it comes back to, like, they took it again literally, but that idea of original sin and it being passed isn't. It's, you know, luckily something that's not in the Quran. It's not actually even in, like I said, in the Bible either. But it's a concept that luckily Muslims have not fallen into, because it is just. It's not. It's like Hans was saying, you know, sinning is part of you being human, and you can, you know,
Avoid it, yeah.
Avoid it. And yeah, you could say that the whole point is, like, you know, what the story of mankind begins with an act of disobedience. Again, you could say it wasn't, you know, again, it didn't really happen. It's there as a, you know, it's there as an example that, you know, if you're going to talk about human beings, you're going to talk about a species that's always going to fall. But the best people are those who bring themselves back up again. So it's also important that, you know, it always makes, that's why, going back to the original point, it always makes more sense to look at it as a myth, in the realm of myth, rather than historic fact, because the